The global tech industry, really, viewers, is witnessing yet another wave of layoffs, with Microsoft announcing that it will cut about 9,000 jobs. It will affect less than 4% of its global workforce across roles, geographies, and even seniority levels, is what we're learning. Microsoft here joins a growing list of tech giants like Intel, Google, Amazon, which have all resorted to workforce reductions in the recent months. The reasons cited are familiar: slowing revenue growth, rising operational costs, and even the urgent need to reallocate resources towards emerging technologies such as AI and automation. Companies here claim that these streamlining measures are necessary really to stay competitive and even future ready. However, viewers, the impact on employees, many of them in India's booming tech workforce, has become very severe, with thousands suddenly facing uncertainty. India, home to one of the largest pools of tech talent, has not at all been spared here. For many professionals, especially mid-level and support roles, these layoffs underscore the need to reskill and, more importantly, adapt to the AI-driven shift. This churn signals a major transformation in the tech ecosystem, but also here raises an urgent question. Can Indian techies ride this disruptive AI wave and even remain relevant, or is there a risk of being swept aside in the tide of change? Venk Krishnan, CEO of Nowhere, joins us to really discuss this very important issue. Probably many techies, Mr. Krishnan, are watching this, and probably they are feeling what we just said. There is a lot of uncertainty. How do you really view this? AI taking over jobs has been spoken about in the past, but these sort of layoffs, are they directly related to AI, or is it unprecedented?
I think without doubt, it's a daunting future, right? If there's going to be significant shift due to AI, right? Obviously, there's going to be new jobs created in data science, AI, ML, and those kind of stuff. But a bigger issue from Indian perspective is if you realize that India is one of the largest user of the H1 visas in the US, right? It beats even China. And I already see a lot of layoffs with the H1 situation, and people have to come back because they have a time limit by which they have to come out of the country, right? Otherwise, they get out of status. So it is going to be a huge issue as we go along. I just heard Jim Farley, who is the CEO of Ford, talking yesterday that 50% of white collar jobs are going to be gone, are going to be wiped out, right? That is because AI is more transformative, even more transformative than the steam engine and the internet, right? AI will impact jobs, and India is not going to be spared. So I think people don't want to talk much about it, but I think that this is going to be a huge issue as in maybe in the next 2 to 3 years.
So, Mr. Krishnan, if you're saying it is going to be an issue, how do people really deal with it? How do they adapt? Do they upskill? What are the options?
Obviously, AI has to be, there has to be a lot of upskilling. Things like prompt engineering, data science, AI, ML. These are skills which people need to do, especially the white collar jobs, right? Customer service jobs. Those kind of jobs are going to be wiped out without doubt, right? Because even if you see today, even to create a website, you can use AI, right? DeepSeek and Gemini and those kind of stuff can help you in every way, right? HR departments are going to have a huge issue. So how do you counter that is by upskilling yourself, being ready with the new kind of jobs out there. Learn how AI works and figure out ways to be involved in the AI jobs which are out there.
Okay, on one hand, you're talking about AI actually taking away jobs. You're also saying the option is to upskill. On the other hand, there are also talks that other countries are slowly becoming hubs. Up until now, India, especially Bengaluru, Hyderabad, certain parts of Tamil Nadu, these were considered tech hubs, right? But there are a lot of talks that Mexico is slowly becoming a hub. Vietnam is becoming a hub. How real is this threat really?
No, I think that is not a big issue because this has been talked about for a long time that many other countries will be in step with India, which is very difficult because India has the highest number of engineers coming out of good colleges, coming out of and so I think, and the biggest advantage India has the English speaking ability of our tech workers, right? So even if I look at maybe 5 6 years ago, there was a talk in US about US trying to give the jobs to Mexico and Brazil and other countries, but it didn't happen. But I think India, with its huge technical workforce, right? Many of the big IT companies in India, they have 300, 400,000 jobs and I think
Yeah.
hiring is slowing down. Companies in the US are going to look and saying, even if I have to pay $50 or $30 to India, why would I do that if I can pay 20, if I can do it for free with AI, right? So I think it
Yeah.
is going to be, but I think the way out of this is to be prepared, try to skill yourself in the new emerging technologies, especially data science and AI, ML and those kind
Yeah.
of stuff. So it is extremely important that we do that, but I wouldn't be so worried about other countries.
Well, Mr. Krishnan, this was an interesting chat. Thank you for joining us.